Hello friends, I again welcome you to my audio tutorial. Now in this audio tutorial, I will tell you about the significance of fundamental duties. I have already uploaded the video telling you about the fundamental duties. This audio tutorial is to tell you those things which are very much important from the perspective of civil services and also for other examinations. And the point is that I am uploading this audio tutorial because it is important for you to hear these audio tutorial. Hear these points basically. They just need to be at the background of your mind. They can be helpful in your examination, in interview, in any interview. These things can be asked. So first of all, I will tell you about the significance of fundamental duties. The very first significance of fundamental duty is that they serve as a warning against anti-social and anti-national activities. Now, we know that during riots and other things and some anti-social elements, suppose a group is not happy with the government policies. So, in order to show their anger towards those government policies, they basically start destroying public property. They start burning public property. They start burning the national flag. And they start saying bad things to the government. So basically, these fundamental duties are a reminder to the people of India that they should not indulge themselves into anti-national and anti-social activities. The second significance of the fundamental duty is that they serve as a reminder to the citizen of India that at the same time, while enjoying their rights, they should also be conscious of the duties that they owe to their country. That is their responsibility towards their country, towards the society in which they are living, and towards the fellow citizens with which they are living. Now, the very next fundamental duty is that they promote a sense of discipline among the citizen of India. These fundamental duties promote discipline and instigate inspiration in the citizens of India. They tell the citizens of India that they are not merely, you can say, visitors, they are not merely spectators, but they are in active participation in realization of the national goals. The point here is that the national goals, the responsibility of fulfilling the national goals of India is not only the responsibility of the government of India, but it is also the responsibility of each and every individual citizen of India. So in order to remind the individual citizen of India of the realization of the national goals, these fundamental duties are very important. The very next significance of fundamental duty are that many fundamental duties have been made enforceable by law. In the later part of this audio tutorial, I will tell you which of them are. So, by making them enforceable, the Parliament can provide and make special laws so that appropriate penalty can be imposed or punishment can be given if any specific fundamental right as told by the Parliament is violated. So, this is one more important significant point of when we talk about the topic of fundamental duties. And the very last significant fundamental duty is that these fundamental duty help the courts in examining and determining the constitutional validity of a law. Now suppose the point is that the very important thing to know here is that I would like to tell you a judgment that in 1992 the Supreme Court ruled that in determining the constitutionality of any law, if a court finds that the law in question seeks to give effect to a fundamental duty, it may consider such law to be reasonable in relation to Article 14, that is equality before law, or Article 19, that is the 6 basic freedoms, and thus save such law from unconstitutionality. The point is that we know that if any of the fundamental rights are violated through any law, then automatically that law will be null and void. So, if a point is made that any law has been made and that law which has been made is, you can say, is promoting a fundamental duty, that is, it is giving an effect to a fundamental duty, then in that case, the Supreme Court has ruled that that law can be termed as reasonable in respect to Article 14, that is equality before law, and Article 19, that is the 6 basic freedoms. And thus, that law cannot be declared constitutional or may not be declared unconstitutional. So that means in this case, if any law which it is being said that it is violating either Article 14 or Article 19, but that specific law is giving effect to a fundamental duty, then Supreme Court can rule that law as constitutional in spite of it being violating a part of Article 14 or Article 19, if it is giving effect to a fundamental duty. So these are the most important significance of fundamental duties. One thing I would like to tell you here is that in 1999, a Verma committee was formed on the fundamental duties of the citizens. So the report of the Verma committee identified the existence of legal provisions for the implementation of some specific fundamental duties. So those legal provisions I will like to tell you here. These legal provisions are very much important. They have been written in detail in Lakshmikant. You can also refer them from there also, and these are very important parts. These are very important points from the perspective of the guys who are preparing for civil services. So these provisions are, the first provision is the Indian Penal Code declares the imputations and assertions prejudicial to national integration as punishable offences. The second provision is the Unlawful Activities Prevention Act of 1967 provides for the declaration of a communal organization as an unlawful association. This one is also very important. Third one, the Representation of People Act 1951 provides for the disqualification of the members of the parliament or the members of a state legislature for indulging in corrupt practice, that is soliciting votes on the ground of religion or promoting enmity between different sections of people on ground of caste, race, language, religion and so on. The next provision, the Wildlife Protection Act of 1972 prohibits trade in rare and endangered species. Next provision, the Forest Conservation Act of 1980 checks indiscriminate deforestation and diversion of forest and non-forest purposes. The next, the Protection of Civil Rights Act 1955 provides for punishment for offences related to caste and religion. Next, the various criminal laws that have been made and are in force, which provide for the punishment for encouraging enmity between different sections of the people on grounds of language, race, place of birth, religion and so on. And the last, the Prevention of Insults to National Honour Act 1971, which prevents disrespect to the Constitution of India, the national flag and the national anthem. So the point is that the committee, Verma committee, told that these are the already existing provisions which will automatically give effect for the implementation of fundamental duties. That is, in order to follow these provisions, the implementation of some of the fundamental duties will automatically be done. So the point of reading all these provisions was that if you remember these provisions, it will be a plus point because you will get some additional points to write. And obviously these points can be asked in some objective questions also. So friends, I hope this audio tutorial was helpful to you. I will upload more audio tutorials soon. You were listening to Harshit Dwivedi. Thank you for listening. Have a good day.